we have to be careful that we don't bring our presuppositions to any text that we read, especially an ancient text and especially a religious text. One of the issues that is very much in people's minds is the issue of Israel. There is a lot of anti-Israeli, anti-Semitic feeling in this world. It's not my duty to step into this issue, but it is worth pointing out from a historical point of view that the stele of Meremta, which is dated to 1209 BC, does mention the term Israel. From the Assyrian city of Nimrud, a black stone has been discovered. It was put up there by the Assyrian king Shalmaneser III, who reigned from 853 to 824 BC. On each of its four sides, it depicts historical events. Kings are shown bringing tribute to Shalmaneser III. Of particular interest to the Bible is the depiction of the Israelite King Jehu, or possibly his ambassador, bringing tribute to Shalmaneser III. The depiction of Jehu is the only known representation of an Israelite king. It's worth pointing out that the black obelisk of Shalmaneser III mentions the house of Omri. In 1993, archaeologists excavating Tel Dan in the north of modern Israel found an inscribed stone or stele. It was set up by Hazael, who is known from the Bible. He's one of the kings of Aram. He lived in the 9th century BC. Its chief claim to fame, however, is that it mentions the house of David. And it would seem that this was a clear mention of David about 130 years after his death. But the man who set up the stele clearly believed that David was a historical person. It's worth pointing out that the inscription found at Tel Dan mentions the house of David. David is a well-known, perhaps the best-known king of the United Kingdom of Israel. Omri, one of the more powerful kings of the northern kingdom of Israel. In 1868, a German missionary named Klein came across a meter-high inscribed stone at a site called Dibon in what is now Jordan. It aroused considerable local interest. He showed it to an archaeological colleague of his, who wisely made an impression of the whole text. This turned out to be a wise move, because the local inhabitants broke the stone into several pieces, thinking that they would get more money for individual fragments. The cast that was made of the inscription has enabled archaeologists to largely reconstruct what this ancient text says. It was written by a king of Moab called Mesha, who is dated to about 830 BC. And its chief significance, it mentions Israel under the title House of Omri, suggesting that Omri, king of Israel, the founder of the dynasty, was actually a very significant and important figure. And it also mentions the Lord, Yahweh, the God of the Old Testament, in connection with vessels of the Lord that were taken away. We also have a number of other kings of the northern kingdom of Israel who find their way into Assyrian historical inscriptions. And a number of the kings of Judah are recorded in the inscriptions of the Assyrians and the Babylonians. So, in my opinion, there is ample historical evidence for the kingdom of Israel and its later expressions, the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah in the historical and archaeological record.